Hi, my name is Rodney Sheriff. I'm the Customer Service Director for Truphone. Truphone offer a global mobile network, and I'm here today to talk about how we deliver an exceptional customer experience. I'm going to start with a story. And this is a story, it comes from a book called The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman. And a very interesting book. But in there, he's talking about McDonald's in the US. And there is a set of McDonald's stores there that do things a little bit differently. And if you go to their store and you're going to their drive-through, you would turn up in your car, you would turn up to one of those little machines with a video camera on there. They would see you turn up. They would ask you what your order was. Being in America, you'd probably ask for a Big Mac supersized. Then the order will be taken. You'll be asked to progress to the next window where you pay your money, and then to the fulfillment piece where you pick up the bag and you're off doing and eating your burger. So nothing sounds too different there, except for the person actually taking your order. In this case, when they turn up at the piece of machinery with the video camera on, is actually sat in India. So the person in India sees a video of the American turn up in their car, asks them what they want, fulfills the order in a screen in front of them. That screen then gets projected over to the fulfillment area. They fulfill the bag and then hand it over. Our world is getting smaller, a lot smaller. Now, my name is Rodney Sheriff. I work for Truphone, and I want to take you through what we do and why it's a bit different. And break a lot of cutlery out there. So, who are Truphone? We are a global mobile operator. We've built a global network, a network that spans the globe, and we have linked in now 8 different countries around the globe. What does that do? When you travel to one of those countries, essentially you act as if you're local. It's as if you have a SIM from that country in your phone. That gives you local numbers in each of the countries, gives you faster data speeds, much more productivity, and we can offer pricing that becomes simple, i.e. we can give you global bundles that operate across all of those zones. I want to show you a quick video of Truphone.
With Truphone, I have one SIM card with 8 international numbers on it that effectively make me a local in those 8 countries.
So you've sort of suddenly become this person who is everywhere all at the same time.
When a business traveler with Truphone lands in one of our countries, he's instantly local. We provide you a bundle of minutes that works across our footprint. When I go to the US or when I go to Hong Kong, I'm using the same bundle of minutes and the same bundle of data that I use when I'm here in the UK, because for us it's all one virtual country. The reason we built it this way was because it was fundamentally the right thing to do for customers. I absolutely believe that it will enable our customers to stay more connected in their business life as well as their personal lives. We provide an unparalleled service experience.
We take service so seriously. It's the key focus of the organisation. We've got to make sure that that is absolutely exceptional. We need to be there for our customers 24/7, wherever they are in the world, so they've got a friendly voice that they can rely on, should they be in Peru or Hong Kong or wherever.
We'll FedEx you over a new phone, we'll fix your SIM. We have once met someone off an aeroplane and handed them a phone as they got off it.
We had a customer, he was flying over to Chicago. His phone wasn't working and we were able to jump on a plane with a brand new iPhone and deliver it to him in Chicago. That was a very happy customer.
Coming to work every day is definitely exciting. You actually feel like you have the opportunity to make someone feel good about being a customer at Truphone.
We like to have a personal relationship with our customers and to ensure they're looked after like no one else could do it.
So that gives you an insight into what Truphone do and some of our service ethos. Now, our customer experience is exceptionally important. Given the target market that we're after, which is business to business, It's normally the higher management or set of people inside the organization that are traveling the globe and find this product exceptionally attractive. Now, I want to share with you some of the strategy that we're using on our customer experience. That is exceptionally small, so you're not going to be able to read it, but in the center is our starting point. Our starting point is the core values, the purpose, and the passion and vision behind what Truphone want to achieve. We have a vision to be the most valued global mobile network through innovation and service that inspire. So that's our vision as an organization. From that, we then went to look at each of our customer touchpoints. From the way that we market to people, through sales, through onboarding experience, through the way that we handle our customers in social media, emails, call centers, the web, through to collections, right the way through to account management. Each one of those touchpoints, each one of those parts of the customer lifecycle has a corresponding touchpoint. So we have put a lot of effort into making sure that each of these touchpoints is exceptional for our customers. In fact, the space between this touchpoint and our customers, that is where the sparkly bit is, which is the magic. So that's what happens when we interact with our customers. Hopefully, it's magic. Now, if we want an exceptional touchpoint experience, we've put, as I said, a lot of effort into the design of that. In fact, we've taken some work from a Harvard professor called Joe Pine, and he completed a piece of work that was on about how we move from service to creating experiences, even down to using 5 senses in an experience, in creating an experience. So we've taken that and brought it to life at each of those touchpoint areas where we have the ability to use 5 senses. But the most important thing when you're having an experience with a customer is actually the person that's fulfilling the experience. So whether it be a salesperson, whether it be a customer service agent, whether it be a service delivery manager, they are the people that bring the brand to life. So they become the most important thing in our organization, is how we manage and create an exceptional culture of and behaviors of people to deliver the experience to our customers. If we want the employee experience to be fantastic for them, then we need to make sure that the operational setup behind the employees supports them at those interactions. So there was a lot of changes made here. We then made sure that we had the right infrastructure, systems, and tools to support our people to deliver those exceptional experiences. Now, we also, from a service perspective, try to create something we call inspirational moments. This pyramid on the side here, at the bottom, is a polite inquiry resolution. This is where most contact centers or service organizations operate. They try to deliver a polite inquiry resolution. You phone in about a problem, you get it answered in a polite way. We want to go beyond that. We try and create emotional interactions with our customers. And if we can take it further than that, this is where inspirational moments exist. To give you an example, we had a customer of ours who was Australian. He traveled to Hong Kong. During his travel, he actually managed to lose his phone. He arrived in Hong Kong airport. His colleague was with him. His colleague called our customer service line and said, help, basically. We've lost a phone, and we're here on business meetings for a week. What can you do? So they're in a foreign country, and they've got no device. So our customer service agent contacted our service delivery team. We've actually got a service delivery manager in Hong Kong. The customer service agent configured a brand new SIM. It was provisioned in the UK. It was the actual SIM was in Hong Kong. So we took that SIM, put it into a handset, and met the person in Hong Kong town. And we actually took them for lunch and handed over a brand new handset with SIM 40 minutes after the first call came in. That's what we can do with our SIM and our network and with the people that support it. And we delivered an exceptional experience for that customer. I don't believe there's many operators out there that firstly could do that because of the SIM technology, and many that wouldn't do that either. So, how do we achieve this? As I said, the culture that we breed amongst our people becomes critical to the success of our customer experience strategy. We've actually created an acronym out of INSPIRE and used that to communicate as a vehicle, a cultural vehicle across the world on how our people interact with our customers and with each other. I won't go into each of the acronyms, we haven't got time for that. However, I would like to describe some of the rigor that goes behind this to make sure that we deliver that exceptional experience every time. Firstly, and we're down here now, we use strengths-based management. So all of our managers are trained quite heavily on how to manage people effectively. You probably all have experience of this inside organizations, but when you manage to things that you are strong at, you become very good. We take a lot of effort trying to find out what each person is brilliant at and manage them more and more in that space to give them more and more of that work, rather than finding out what they're not good at and trying to put things in place to support them around those areas. This one gets a bit complex, speech act theory. Now, what we try to achieve through conversations in our day-to-day life has been a matter of debate for philosophy for hundreds of years, if not more. In the 1950s, there was a piece of work completed by John Searle, who's a philosopher, and he distilled it down to say there are actually only 5 things that we can achieve through language. We've taken that learning and those insights and applied them to the way that we communicate internally, to the way that we drive change across our organization, and to the way that we communicate with our customers. And those 5 have become critical in effective communication. They also support something called commitments or promises. Promises we make, and this is in our day-to-day language now, with our customers, but we also make them internally. It makes us far more effective as an organization if we're able to make and keep promises and have trust in those promises. And you'll know as customers, this is a fundamental currency of speaking with anyone inside an organization. We've also used a lot of positive psychology. There was, again, a piece of work completed by Donald Clifton, who was a psychologist, and he looked into the power of using positive psychology inside a workplace and the benefits that it can bring. From a motivational perspective and from a productivity perspective, it is, quite frankly, incredible. And this is now woven into our day-to-day management. In fact, it's also woven into the way that we design incentives, which are completely different to the way most organizations function. I won't go into the details there, but you can ask questions later if you wish. Then we look at how we reinforce all of this. In fact, it needs to be better than daily. This needs to be live reinforcement. We measure Net Promoter Score live, so we can see an interaction with a customer when it goes well. If it doesn't go well, what we do to support that customer immediately afterwards. We also have Chatter, which is like an internal Facebook for the organization, where there's a lot of feedback going amongst employees and managers. We use something called Inspire 7, which reinforces our principles every 7 days, so we can't forget them. Every month, we have awards for people that are upholding the values in the most effective and awesome way. On a quarterly basis, we deliver roadshows and performance reviews to make sure that we're all aligned to what we're trying to achieve and what the company's doing and how we're heading as a team. And then we've even completed some work for charities to touch on the communities around us and the benefits that that has internally as well. On top of that, we've also got an e-learning hub that we've now kicked off so we can help people develop as they wish at the timeframes that they wish to do so. And we've created a team of ambassadors that span the globe who uphold these principles and bring them to life and push the development of the culture. Now, finally, how do we take this back to the subject of today, which is personalisation? I believe a key part of personalisation is the people that you're dealing with. It also happens to be the information they have, but the people that that you deal with inside an organization are the ones that make it capable. Our goals are to create connections with the customers that we have. Our customer service agents aren't tasked on average handling time. That really doesn't add well to making a connection with a customer. They're tasked on how the customer feels after the call. We also work with our service delivery managers to create effective relationships with the business customers that we have. And through that are able to create awesome moments like that moment in Hong Kong. And we've got hundreds of those stories. Finally, personalization through the data that we have. Now, a lot of people call this big data. Actually, I think it's how you use big data almost down to small data, what it actually means to the person, the customer at that point. We've probably got unprecedented levels of data on people. In fact, when I returned from holiday last year and we just switched all of our systems on, some of the agents were boasting about what they can actually do now. So I said, okay, what happened? Where did I go on holiday? And what happened over the time that I was on holiday, because I took my phone with me. 2 hours later, one of the agents come back and said, you left the UK Saturday afternoon, 6 o'clock. The following day, you arrived in Spain. The day after that, you had lunch in Gibraltar. Then you returned to Spain. 2 days later, you went to the Balearic Islands. 2 days after that, you then popped back to Spain before returning to England at 6 a.m. the following Saturday. I looked at this and went, wow, you can tell that about me from the phone that I was carrying. This raises a lot of questions for us. Firstly, how do we use that to create a better customer experience for our customers? And it needs to be in a way that's simplified down and consumable and easy to act on, which fundamentally makes it operationalize. So if we can operationalize this data and scale it across our whole workforce, which we're currently doing, then it becomes an interesting play. On top of that, we've got the added challenge of growth. We're a small company that's growing fast. In fact, in the last 12 weeks, we doubled the number of customers in Truphone. So adding that challenge to the personalization and onto the culture that we're trying to drive, they become some unique challenges. And that's what we're currently facing at Truphone. So I started by saying we are becoming a small world. I think we, Truphone, are playing our part in making that world even smaller. Never before have you been able to be as productive and communicate as easily across the globe with your mobile device. And that is what we do. Thank you.